Burglary. Burglary is when you enter into some place without effective consent. And that means if you got in there by fraud, that doesn't count. Okay? And you had an intent to commit a crime, or while you were inside, you actually committed a crime. So that's two different ways. Now, enter means any part of the body whatsoever. So if this is the plane of a window, and I stick my finger over, that's burglary. If I entered with the intent to commit a crime, either any felony or theft or an assault. So if I break a window and I enter the window either with my hand or the stick in my hand, and I had the intent to take your jewelry, and a neighbor turned on the light and I ran away, I've committed burglary. Because I have entered the house, which is any part of the body or anything in your hand, and you break it, and I was going to take your stuff. That's called burglary. Not attempted burglary, not near-miss burglary, it's called burglary. If I break into the house with intent to commit a sexual assault, that's burglary. Now, it's a first degree if it's a felony. It's a second degree if it's theft or misdemeanor assault. So if I go over to my neighbor's house and I'm going to beat him up, and I push my way into the door and I punch him in the nose, that's called burglary. It becomes a second degree felony instead of a Class A assault. Now, that's obviously for houses. A habitation is defined as anything that's made or adapted for overnight sleeping. So some kind of trailer, even a travel trailer, is a habitation. If you enter into a building, that's a state jail felony, and if you go into a vehicle, that's a Class A misdemeanor. So the most important thing to remember about burglary is it is a completed crime when you enter any part of your body into the house, and the garage counts. So anything attached to the house, if you have a detached garage, that's not burglary. But if a 17-year-old child who's an adult in Texas walks into the garage, to your refrigerator in the garage, and takes a beer and walks out, that's a second-degree felony called burglary.